Now, to a new proposed rule for the U.S. Postal Service. It would allow post offices to refuse delivery of mail-in ballots to states that don't turn over their voter rolls to the federal government. As the New York Times reports, the proposal is vaguely written and still under review, but stems from Donald Trump's March executive order calling for a citizens database. Even though non-citizen voting is exceedingly rare and already illegal, Homeland Security Secretary Markwayne Mullin said this morning the goal is to make sure it never happens. Joining me now, Dave Aronberg, former state attorney for Palm Beach County, Florida. Dave, so there are 23 Democratic-led states and D.C. challenging this order on mail-in ballots, but a judge ruled last month that it was too soon to intervene. What happens next? And is there a danger that this could get really close to the midterms?
Laura, I think that is a concern that the states are saying that we don't have the time to be able to print new ballots or to have all these new rules in place before the election, which is approaching. And the administration has delayed in this, and I'll get to the reason why, but this is all part of a strategy to try to fix the game. You know, they see a blue wave coming and they want to do something about it. They tried the gerrymandering. That didn't succeed as well as they would like, and now they're trying this. So what we're seeing here is this is the latest in this overall attempt to do something via executive order that you'd have to do through Congress. And they're trying to turn the United States Postal Service, which is supposed to be an independent agency, into an elections department designed to help Republicans keep the majority. And so I think that the courts will likely block it. I think that this is an overreach by the executive branch, and it's just now a question of when the states can actually get before a judge and get a ruling.
Right. So it sounds like this could get a little hairy as it gets close to the midterms. But, Dave, I also want to ask you about the UFC fight this evening, because Paramount CEO Dave Ellison will be at the White House, and Paramount Plus is exclusively streaming the fight a day after the DOJ approved Paramount's takeover of Warner Brothers. There are a lot of concerns and red flags over Ellison's courting to get that deal done. Do you expect any challenge from state attorneys to this in court?
Well, okay, so we have the UFC fight and we have this takeover of Warner Brothers by Paramount. So the administration clearly listens to those who support them. And you have the UFC, which Trump has been involved in, who's giving this big spectacle on the White House lawn where a private company benefits from it. And that's going on and has a whole Kim Jong-un vibe to it, but it's going to go on. And I don't turn my nose up at UFC stuff because I watch some of it stuff myself, but it just is, it's not the right look. It's actually more for the president's birthday than for the country's birthday. And as far as the takeover here, yes, the DOJ has approved this deal and the states are now going to be left to try to challenge it. I would, though, caution those who think that this is going to dramatically change the media landscape, in that we haven't seen it yet when the same people, David Ellison, took over CBS. I know there's a lot of hand-wringing about it, but you haven't seen the editorial focus shift as much as people think. It's not Fox News. And so I'm not going to jump to the fact that this is going to just destroy the media landscape. Another reason why it won't, people get their news from so many different outlets now that one thing like this is not going to dramatically change it, as opposed to in the past when you had 3 news outlets and 1 out of 3 would have made a big deal.
Dave Aronberg, we're going to have to leave it there, but thank you for joining us.